In the silent chill above the clouds, a shadow cuts through the sky, a silhouette wide-winged and predatory unmistakable. For decades, adversaries have known its name and feared its presence. The Su-27 flanker. Born in an age when the world balanced on the edge of atomic fire, the Su-27 emerged not from choice, but from necessity. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, the Soviet Union watched the rise of a new American fighter, the F-15 Eagle, a jet that promised air superiority unlike anything seen before. To counter it, Moscow issued a directive with uncompromising demands: create a fighter capable of matching the Eagle in speed, surpassing it in maneuverability, and defending the vast Soviet airspace from the Arctic Circle to the Pacific coast. Design bureaus competed fiercely, but it was the Sukhoi Design Bureau that stepped forward with ambition. Their vision would become one of the most iconic aircraft of the Cold War. The Su-27 was not only a response to a threat, it was a declaration that the Soviet Union would not concede dominance of the skies. Its shape alone tells the story of Soviet engineering philosophy. Swept wings and powerful leading-edge extensions allowed the jet to hold the air like a predatory bird riding thermal currents. Its blended fuselage design gives it aerodynamic efficiency and tremendous lift, enabling tight turns that would make even seasoned pilots gasp. The airframe uses lightweight alloys, structural titanium components, and clever weight distribution that allow the aircraft to remain stable, even at extreme angles of attack. Beneath the nose sits the N001 Unmatched radar system, a pulse Doppler set capable of tracking multiple targets and guiding the R-27 family of missiles. It was not the most sophisticated radar of its era, but its combination of range and reliability provided the backbone of Soviet air interception doctrine. Avionics evolved over time. Digital flight systems, infrared search and track sensors, and later upgrades that supported helmet-mounted targeting. The Su-27 was not designed to be stealthy. Instead, it relied on raw power, smart maneuverability, and overwhelming missile capability. Then, there are the engines, the roar, behind the legend. Two Saturn AL-3, 1F turbofan, each capable of producing over 27,000 pounds of thrust with afterburner, propel the flanker into the sky with breathtaking aggression. With this power, the aircraft can climb at more than 55,000 feet per minute, reach speeds of Mach 2.35, and operate at altitudes above 55,000 feet. Its combat radius of roughly 750 kilometers gives it reach, and aerial refueling extends its endurance far beyond early expectations. Armed with a fearsome package of weapons, the Su-27 was built to control the air at long range and in the knife fight of close combat. The R-27 missile family gave it beyond visual range punch, while the agile R-73 turned dogfights into lethal geometry. Later variants would carry guided bombs, precision munitions, and advanced electronic countermeasures, but the original flanker was designed for one purpose: destroy enemy aircraft. H-G's H-301 30mm cannon remains one of the deadliest guns ever mounted on a fighter jet, firing explosive shells at a blistering rate. When the Su-27 entered service in the mid-1980s, the world took notice. In exercises, the jet stunned observers with its agility. It could sustain high G-turns, recover from extreme maneuvers, and famously performed the Pugachev's Cobra, a dramatic, physics-defying demonstration in which the aircraft rears back to an almost vertical posture before falling forward again. Though tactically limited, the Cobra showcased the Su-27's control, authority, and thrust-to-weight balance. In mock dogfights with foreign air forces, including encounters involving ex-Soviet aircraft acquired by other nations, the flanker earned a reputation as a formidable opponent, especially at slow speeds and close range. Operationally, the Su-27 served as the Soviet and later Russian Air Force's shield. It patrolled borders, intercepted unknown aircraft, and escorted strategic bombers. The aircraft saw combat in Ethiopia and Eritrea during the late 1990s, where Su-27s clashed with MiG-29s in a series of rare, modern jet-in-jet engagements. The flankers performed decisively, leveraging better range, sensors, and missile employment. But more than its battles, it was the doctrine behind the Su-27 that made it unique. Soviet and later Russian pilots used the aircraft as an airborne guardian, focusing on long-range interception and close-in dominance. The jet's large internal fuel load allowed long patrols over remote regions, while its agility made it ideal for defensive counter-air operations. Pilots were taught to use the Su-27's powerful engines to control the fight, to climb, turn, and reposition with brute strength rather than pure stealth or electronics. Against its Western counterparts, the Su-27 was both rival and equal in many ways. Compared to the F-15, its original adversary, the flanker possessed superior aerodynamic agility and often greater visual range performance. The Eagle, in contrast, held advantages in radar sophistication and long-range missile integration. Later, Western fighters like the F-16 and Eurofighter Typhoon brought advanced avionics and multi-role flexibility, while the Su-27 remained an air dominance specialist, yet in raw physical performance. Speed, climb, maneuverability. The flanker earned deep respect. Today, the Su-27 continues to fly with Russia, China, Ukraine, Vietnam, Kazakhstan, and several others. Its design spawned an entire family: the Su-30, Su-33, Su-35, and even the Su-34 strike aircraft. Each owes its lineage to the original flanker, a jet that proved so capable it could adapt to new roles and new air. With upgraded avionics, digital cockpits, new radar systems, and advanced missile compatibility, modern flanker variants remain relevant in a world dominated by fifth-generation fighters. Yet in the end, the Su-27 represents something larger than its numbers. It is the embodiment of an era when nations raced to master the sky, not with invisibility, but with power, precision, and the courage of the pilots who flew them. It symbolizes a philosophy of air combat built on grace and aggression, a machine that could dance at the edge of the envelope, defying limits with every turn. The Su-27 flanker is more than a fighter jet. It is a monument of engineering, a guardian of vast frontiers, and a reminder that air superiority is not just about technology, but about the will to dominate the sky